Part of me didn't really even want to review this game. It's kind of hard to, because like I don't even really think anyone's really interested in this game. But maybe there are a few, so who knows. I pretty much picked this up because I was like, oh cool, a new Turtles game. It doesn't look completely horrible, so maybe it would be pretty decent, I thought. With Doom actually being a big surprise and kind of a nostalgia game, I figured, oh well, this might be a big surprise coming from a game that's like feeding on the nostalgia. Well, it's not. I mean, I would say probably the nostalgia is kind of what's keeping me from like really hating this game. But I'll go into it a little bit here. The gameplay is pretty good. Basic hack and slash style game. I kind of wish they went more with like the Transformers Devastation style. I felt that game was a little more tight compared to this. Like it just felt better. This game isn't really loose, but like the dodge mechanic definitely is kind of wonky. The dodge mechanic in Transformers felt awesome, and I loved how when you would dodge, it would actually slow up the gameplay and shit. On here, you dodge and you kind of just randomly jump on the back of the person if you time it right, and you can punch them in the head for a while, and it can't really hurt you. And okay, but basically the gameplay is you pick a stage, and every stage has like a boss, like Bebop, Rocksteady, whatever the fuck, and you have to do these like little missions, and every time you do the missions, like deliver gold or disable bombs or whatever the fuck you gotta do, will increase this meter on the top of the screen, and once that meter is full, you unlock the boss fight and you could go to the boss. Within every stage, it's pretty much like a free roam environment, so you could go anywhere you want and could get like collectibles and fight enemies and all that cool stuff. But you could also go into the lair and buy battle items like health, maybe mines, grenades, whatever the fuck they're selling, turrets. Gets kind of in depth, I guess, as far as that. And that's kind of cool. I kind of like that because, like, you can kind of prepare for the boss fight. You can control any of the four turtles at any time. You could also give them commands. The AI is actually not bad. It's not great, but I would have to say it's probably one of the better AIs I've dealt with. Playing the game on hard, they actually pull their own weight, and sometimes they could even actually take care of the enemies for you while you do the objectives. So they're actually not bad. I'll have to say, as far as AIs go, they're definitely one of the better ones I've dealt with. So that's cool. You can also play the game online, and then you can play with like up to four people. If you don't play with four people, I believe you could still switch in between the turtles that no one picked. You also get something called turtle loadouts, and as you pick up the items, like I was saying before, and going around the free roam map and all that shit, you get items like charms, which will give you like a bonus in maybe attack, or a bonus with like shurikens, or things like that. It also could be like increase how much health you get when you consume a health item. And the harder difficulty you go, the more of those you can have on a character. If you're on like normal, I think it's only one, but if you're on hard, you can have up to 3. So that's kind of cool. You kind of have a little customization there. You also, I'll show that towards the later end of this video, you also can pick what moves, like what special moves your character has, and you can upgrade them. So there is depth to the game. A lot more than I thought. I really thought it was just going to be a hack and slash and kind of like hastily put together. This actually is things to it. And what I really like too is when you do these little jobs to unlock the boss, as you see in the video, you actually get like a clear screen, and you see who did the most work, and then you get additional points, and those points are used at the lair to buy those items I was talking about. So that's kind of cool. The boss fights, I would have to say, is where this game starts to take a little bit of a turn. I mean, well, first of all, the game's kind of repetitive anyway, with like these little missions and jobs, because they're kind of similar on every map. But the boss fights are so weird, like what they actually decide to do. They're pretty fair, I would say. Like, I never felt like I really got cheesed, except one part in this video I did get kind of cheesed, but that's because 2 of them showed up, and 2 of them usually show up on hard, it seems like. But they have 9 health bars to start off with, which, you know, that's kind of like, holy shit, what the fuck am I doing? This is gonna take forever. So the boss fights kind of feel padded at times, but the health bar does go down pretty quickly, considering that it is 9 health bars. But it's still 9 health bars. I would have rather see like 3, and it takes a little longer, than 9, and feel like I'm just, you know, hacking away. Aside from that, I would say, like, as far as difficulty scaling, that needs work, because normal is like you could just aimlessly walk through it and not really even care. You don't even have to pay attention to the game, and you can beat the shit out of somebody. And hard, they kind of just throw weird things at you, like enemies that weren't in the normal parts of the game. And I guess they expect you to beat it on normal first, and then you play hard. But there's also enemies that don't take damage, like they glow purple, and really you're just supposed to distract them and avoid them while someone does the objective. I guess in that sense it would be better to do it online, but even doing it with the computer, I was able to still accomplish it. It was just weird. But the difficulty spike's definitely higher. You even take a lot more damage, and with the dodging mechanic not being like great, I think they could have probably had something in between what they have as hard and what normal is, or even what hard is currently could be something above hard, and then give us hard as its own separate difficulty. Now, I guess at this point, I'm going to see, or say, I guess, if you should buy it or not. One plus is that the game is lower than most other games. It's not 60, I think it's like 50, 40 or some shit like that. That's not bad. I kind of commend them for doing that. It's almost like they realize that they're not giving out very quality content. But I still think that's kind of high. I would say like the most that this game would probably be worth is like 30, and that's only because there is actually depth if you're willing to put into it. Like, if you enjoy this game, you'll be able to definitely get a lot of it, because I mean you can replay things for better drops, to, you know, have a stronger character, learning how to like do certain abilities, because you also get co-op moves too with other turtles, and each one's kind of different. Like Michelangelo, that's the funny one, I think, right? Yeah, he would like do like some sort of weird dubstep dance thing with you, and then Donatello would like do some sort of spinning attack, and that's pretty cool. You could also like jump in towards the end. Like, if I was to do my L2 square and I'm doing my combo, whatever special it is, and you jump in towards the end of that to do your co-op move with me, it like extends it longer. So like there's some depth to it. I mean, it's not a completely dumbed down game, so that's cool. I would say if you know people that are like super into Ninja Turtles, like if you grew up with Ninja Turtles and you got maybe at least 2 friends, I wouldn't even say all 4, if you have like 2 or 3 friends, or maybe even just one friend that's into Ninja Turtles, then you could probably get this, play through it, and be good. The campaign seems a little short. It takes me about 20 minutes to beat a stage, and there's 9 stages. Once you beat the first 2, they open up like pretty much all of them for you. I think I have all but 2 unlocked, and I'm not sure when they're gonna unlock the last 2. Probably once I beat the rest. But that's kind of okay. So like 20 minutes, and you know, I mean, and there's really not much more you can do either. Like, they don't keep throwing missions at you. They usually kind of force you right to the end once you unlock the boss fight. Even one part, I think I cut it out though. There's one part where they were telling me I needed to go to where the next spot opened up, and until I got there I didn't have a HUD, so I had no idea how much health I had, and that was kind of weird. One cool thing too, let me include real quick, is that as you're doing missions and as you are killing enemies, like this is your incentive, you get more of a health cap. You can have up to like 3 full pizzas, whatever that means as far as health terms. You start off with just 1, but if you keep doing things, keep earning points and doing what you're supposed to do, you could get up to 3. What kind of sucks about that is that it always resets every level, but I guess they figured, oh well, by the end of it you're gonna have almost 3 anyway. So what's cool is if you die, you keep whatever pizza you unlock, so in a way you could kind of like milk a death to get more health. So there's that. That's kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, overall, would I recommend this game? I mean, Well, first of all, the number grade I would give it first. I was in between like a 5 and a 6, so I'm just gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. I mean, like I said, nostalgia is really holding that grade up there. The game's not awful, it's not unplayable, it's just not anything that's outstanding. Like, all the things that were in it that surprised me were because my standards were so low going in. If I was like hyped on this game, if I was watching trailers and I was like sold on the product from the beginning, I would have been really disappointed. But I'm just used to these kind of games not being good. But yeah, I think you can have fun with it if you like the turtles. I mean, I feel like the characters are represented pretty well. They're kind of funny. They have nice little quips, but there are voice lines that repeat a lot, and that gets really tedious. So overall, like I said, probably like a 5.5 out of 10. $20 is probably the fairest price I could think of, but dirty wouldn't be so bad either. Oh, and one last thing, if you could still stay in a fight as long as one turtle is alive, and while the other ones are dead, you go into a mini game where you eat the pizza to gain your health back, and once you get full health, you jump back in. You only really do that online because when you're playing offline, when you die, you just jump to the next turtle that's alive. So that's kind of cool, I guess. So you can sort of rotate that as well. Yeah, kind of interesting, kind of not. But hey, whatever. But pretty much with that, I'll leave you with the rest of this boss fight, which got kind of hectic, I guess. And you could see a little bit of the upgrade system. But I really don't have much else to say about this game because it's really just, I don't know, it's just not much to it. You know, it's pretty basic. It's kind of, it does what it needs to do, I guess. But I think there's some better games out there right now. And this game's definitely going to drop in price because I don't think anyone's running out for it. And yeah, you can get it whenever it drops in price. Well, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys later.
I can see you fellas didn't think this through first like I did.